Okay, so now we get into the point in the bathroom where we're putting shower and stuff like that on. This shower plate, remember the shower plate I put in the wall, comes with these fittings which clamp onto the pipe. So at the moment I've got these isolation valves which are stopping the water coming out. But if you imagine, so that's got a little copper olive inside it. So we cut the pipe to whatever length. This goes on, that then gets tightened up, and then your shower then fits onto that. But we need to make, you need to know exactly where you're going to go so the shower is right up against the wall and it gets covered. But yeah, it's easier for me to show it as we go along. Alright? So, first things we're going to need to do is we will turn the water off, and then I'll get a bucket and we'll undo the valves and drain the water out, so now it's empty. So that's the compression fitting which comes with the shower plate. These are the shrouds which come with the, all sort of bar showers have these shrouds so you don't actually see the fittings. So that will go onto that thread there. So that's what you've got coming out of the wall. You then have your rubber, like a strainer washer, which stops any debris going into the shower. And then you'll have your shower itself will have these fixings, 3/4 inch fixings, which then screw onto the shower plate. So to determine the length of the pipe, we're going to get that tight. And I don't want it on the wall like that with all them threads showing. So we screw this down. So that's how I want it finished on the wall. I don't know if you can see that. And then I'll push this on the pipe. We'll measure how far off the wall that is sitting, so say it's, I don't know, 50 mil. And then I'll take it off, cut 50 mil off the pipe. And then when I push this on, when I fix this on, this will be flat up against the tile surface. So as usual, it's easier for me to show you what I'm talking about instead of doing it. And I'll show you in a sec. Right, so we just put the shower onto the pipe, so I've pushed them all the way on. So they're in the fitting. We are about 48, 49 mil off of the wall. Alright, both sides equal. So what we're going to do is we'll take the shower off, we'll pull this off now, and I'll measure from the front of the copper pipe back 48 mil. I'll cut it, and then when we push this back on, this will then be flush back to the tiles. That one, just line it up with a mark. There it goes. Okay, they're both cut off now. Right, so now we've got the compression fitting on the shower plate. We're going to come back and silicone this. I just want to mock it all up and just make sure it's okay and it fits right. So let's get the shroud. Okay. Let's get the shroud on. Okay, and then in with the little washers, and then we nip up the shower onto it. Okay, and that's the shower nipped up and test fitted. Let's say it's nice and tight. We haven't got loads of threads showing, and it's all there. So what we're going to do now is we'll take that off. I'll silicone around the hole, and then we'll put it all back on permanently. You always put a bit of thread seal compound on the threads before we do them up. So you really want to fill the tile hole with silicone. Don't worry about it. Just going to say the shroud's going to cover anyway. You work your way around. It's a bit awkward with the camera on one hand. just make sure it's in there. You're not going to see this. You just want to make sure it's waterproof. So if the shower's really like blasting on the wall and running down, it's never going to get in behind the tiles. So they're on there. Back on with the shrouds. Make sure we don't cross with it. The shower on, hand tight, and then you just want to get your spanner onto them little flat bits. And you just want to crank it a little bit. You don't need to do it tight because you'll end up breaking the rubber washer. A little bit, you'll feel it. And that's that. One bar mixer valve on the wall ready. And we'll do the riser bit next. So we'll put the riser valve on and tighten that one up. Now on there, it's got a bit that needs to be fixed to the wall. We'll hold our little boat level against that and get that in the right place. And then I'm just going to draw around that, take this off, and then fix that to the wall. And just make that in the light. I drew around it with a pencil and then mark the centre. And then what you want to get is one of these diamond drills, because their porcelain tiles are really hard to drill. So you want to get one of them, drill the hole, then plug and screw that in. I've screwed that on, that's fixed back in position now. This goes back on, it goes in that way. It's got a little grub screw at the top. You want to turn it round so it's at the top and you don't see it. And then you can put the shower head on, and then the shower hose just screws on the bottom. Like that. And then we leave the head off for now because we'll turn all the water on, test it. And you want to keep this end like this, just to flush anything out so you don't get stuck in the shower head. But that's it, nearly done. Right. Just make sure them valves are turned off. The shower's turned off. Just turn the water back on. And that one. That's it. Now we can test. Get the hose pipe into that. Oh, that's the temperature, and that is forward for this. That runs for a few seconds. Make sure there's nothing there. And that is that. Now let's just check for leaks. Everything seems fine around the shrouds, nothing there. And then just check the top one's working fine. Which it is. Oh, the leak on the top. Should I look at that now? Sort that out. Oh dear. I think that's it. The ball joint at the top won't tighten up properly. Fine. Go. So that's it. One shower done, installed.